What's going on, everybody? Today is Wednesday. It is, wow, I got the date unbelievably wrong. I wrote August 10th. It
Close.
is,
Close, champ.
Sorry.
um, I don't know why I did that. It's not August 10th. It's September 3rd. Um, but we are back after a long break. We should
I,
do, we should do everybody say one cool thing they did over break.
I'll start. Max didn't do very many cool things. I moved back to Pennsylvania. Pretty large thing. Took a new job.
There you go.
Um,
Mags, you do anything cool?
I had a hole in one while I was golfing this summer. A lot of people move in their lives multiple times. A lot of people don't get hole in ones. I would say that's cooler.
well, I do have a hole in one.
Lewis, did you
So
have
that would feel better if I didn't.
Lewis? Did you have anything?
Um, I haven't done anything that cool. I've just been traveling a lot for work recently, which I'm in like the worst area of the country right now. So
Oh, can we guess the worst area of the country right now?
yeah,
Little
Eric
Haiti.
might Eric might kind of know.
Little Haiti.
No. Close
Maybe
second to it.
somewhere deep Midwest like Iowa.
Mm-mm. It was a multi-hour flight for me to get here.
Multi-hour.
Is that just two or
Yeah,
could be
I just
worse?
said that so that Mags didn't guess like bumfuck Midwest.
Idaho.
I think the DMV kind of sucks, but you were just there and you would have told me if you're. Is that where you're at?
Yeah, that's why I said Eric might get it already.
DMV for worst part
Have
of
you
the
still
country.
been there? Are you still
I
there
went
from the
I
time
went
you hung
home
out?
for like a week and a half, and I'm just here from yesterday morning until tomorrow night. Which
Okay.
that's like I woke up at okay, I'll just do the whole thing. So I would I was like, hey, you guys need me Tuesday at all? And they were like, yeah, we're doing some prep stuff. And I was like, okay, is it cool if I fly out Tuesday instead of Monday? I'll be there like for the afternoon. They said yes. So I flew out at 6 a.m. yesterday, got there like 11, and I was like, hey guys, here I am. And they're like, yeah, we like don't really have anything actually, so we'll just like see you tomorrow. So I went into our office here and I worked until like 4:30. So that ended up being like a 14-hour day. And then yeah, I had to get up early today to do the actual stuff. And also I had to between the airport and getting to the place, I just stopped at the store and got like a case of water. And I had clearly a person who was a lot stupider than me, like think that I was stupid because I ran into an automatic door because there was like automatic door, 20 feet automatic door, how stores have. So
Yeah.
I walk up to the first one, I paused, it did not open. So I grabbed the handle and pulled it towards me. And so I was like, okay, that one didn't work. I bet the next one's not going to work. So I walked right up to it and pulled the handle right away, opened right into me. And there was like a 30% homeless dude that like kind of snickered at me.
I feel like I
Oh
can be
yeah.
qualified as 30% homeless looking like most of the time when I'm in public these days.
You have way too good a teeth to be in the same category as this guy.
Fair
He
enough.
was just
Heath is such a large, important
What
figure.
who do you think his college football team was?
Towson. I don't know. I don't know.
Been to Towson checks out.
Yeah, it was. I am right by Ripken actually. It's kind of cool.
The baseball field?
Yeah, that like the
Why
feel
did I
like
think I was in South? What's in Myrtle Beach?
that's
Strip clubs?
or Myrtle Beach. I don't know. We used to go to Sports at the Beach in Rehoboth, if that's what you're thinking of.
What was our spring training at? Did you
I
not go
was
to that?
in Newport News.
Oh, with the
I don't know.
ghost
I
I don't know
shoes.
don't.
why I thought that was Ripken.
No, Ripken's in Maryland.
Hmm.
You might be thinking that Diamond Nation might be down there. I don't know.
Wherever we had our game, it has like a fake green monster and
Yeah, it's been a long time since I was like 13, so I don't remember all the
the
places I
polo
played.
grounds. Oh, fuck.
All right, well, enough jibber jabber, guys. We had a big. I would. This is one of the better week ones of college football I think that there's been just in terms of matchups. Three top 10 matchups and a fourth top 10 team also lost. I feel like got to start with Ohio State, Texas,
Yeah,
and I would love to hear Eric's thoughts on this first, actually.
I would agree with your opening line that it's one of the biggest opening weekends, um, for sure. And I think much like Arch Manning, it was incredibly overhyped. Like, it's rightly so. It's the matchups or the number of matchups, the ranking matchups. Preseason rankings don't fucking matter at all. I don't think
Hmm.
they matter. It's ridiculous. And then the discussions that happen after immediately, like the fallout of the games, people calling for LSU to be the number one team in the country. And you're like, okay, well, it's kind of twofold, I guess. And I fall back on my own argument sometimes because I'm like, okay, well, Ohio State's clear one because they beat the one. They have
Hmm.
a ranked win from the number one team in the country. Now, LSU might have looked better in that game, but I think people also think Clemson's a lot better than they thought they were, which is also a preseason ranking, a reason that they said that, because they just beat up on shit teams at the end of last season. But Ohio State, Texas specifically, I think Arch Manning will be okay. I think he'll settle in a little bit. He did piss down his leg. We said in chats and texts before this that don't understand the hype. I know he's an incredible talent. He's big, he's fast, but his two starts last year didn't show anything, and everybody in the world is going to talk about this game. But I think they're going to be okay. Both defenses look pretty good. Both offenses look really shaky.
Yeah. I've had a take I've been squatting on for a couple of years now when two teams play each other, like two like top five teams play each other early in the year, or like any time in the regular season. If it's like a low scoring defensive game, I think both those teams are actually really good. When it's like the crazy high scoring shit like Georgia Alabama last year, I think both teams sneaky suck. So I think Ohio State and Texas are both very good. I think Arch Manning's gonna like he will play better, and it was a really tough like opening season matchup, especially because like Ohio State has a whole new defensive scheme coming in and all that. So yeah, I mean, I think the big takeaways from that game honestly were more like what was going on with the case of the drops with all of like both teams really their wide receivers, and I think that's probably something to watch more than Arch Manning not being able to complete a pass.
Yeah, I feel like you can convince yourself of either team because of what you said, Mags, where it's like, okay, two like highly touted quarterback prospects. You gotta like that your defense didn't get torched by those guys. And also, if you're looking at the offensive side, yeah, they played bad, but they're highly touted prospects, so you can still kind of be like, all right, they'll improve, they'll get
Yeah.
used to it. I do think Sayin was like decent. His stat line wasn't great, but it was more like making plays when you have to make them, or not have to make them, but if you break it down to like like 10 most important plays of the game, he was making like half of them, maybe, I would say. That's a game flow thing too, but
I think it
yeah.
felt um, which young quarterback was going to find their groove faster is going to settle in easier, and I think it was easily saying like he found his groove. He started putting ball in the jerseys. I mean, Jeremiah Smith did have a couple drops, which thank God he changed out his gloves, or else he would have been in trouble for the entire game. Um, but he found his groove. Ohio State started taking the league. They were being dominant on defense, like you're talking about. And then since he found his groove first, it was impossible for Arch to find it because he's terrified of playing from behind. All this stuff we've been building him up for a year. Um, I mean, he was the drops we're talking about from Texas. I don't know if I saw a great, like a well delivered ball past the line of scrimmage. It felt like. Other than, I mean, I guess his touchdown was good, but
Actually, the last drive when he had that like 30-yard pass, I was like, oh fuck, here it comes. That was like a perfect ball. But
yeah,
I
I mean,
do agree with you in general.
he was missing receivers by 10 fucking yards, dude. It was, and I think that can be corrected. That's why I think he's gonna be fine because I think he just was really scared. I think he was just nervous and kind of to your point about good defensive play. I think it's easier for your offense to sputter in week one, and I think that's just trying to put the pieces together against somebody else other than your own team because they can't practice against anybody else. Um, but to have your defense come out and look like that against one of the best teams in the country is pretty scary, especially as a Penn State fan.
Yeah. Well, the other big game that you already mentioned, Eric, LSU at Clemson. Um, I actually am exactly who you were talking about that you don't like. Is I'm on the LSU train because I'm a big well, first of all, I'm a big Nuss Bus guy. I want the Steelers to draft him. I think he might go first overall, so I don't know that there's actually a shot of that happening.
You're an SEC
But
guy too.
listen, uh, I did have in my notes a spot to call myself SEC Lou later, but um, yeah, I'm a big if you have a quarterback and you have a defensive line, that's like kind of the most important thing on each side of the ball, and LSU's pretty. I don't know. I agree with you on Clemson. Like I feel like Clemson got ranked where they're ranked because of like the Klubnik pedigree coming back to like a roster that had success last year. But
Yeah,
if he's not good, it's the same thing as like Milrow with Alabama, where it's like everybody thought Milrow was going to be sick.
yeah,
So Bama's like a top five team to start the year, and then he kind of sucks. And it's like, well, stop ranking them high because of their personnel when their personnel is not fucking good.
yeah. Oh shit.
Oh my God.
I've also downloaded. I've clicked yes on install to so many things on my laptop. But this thing's about 10 years old, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I agree. I do think this weekend really shifted. It's a great spot to be in as a Big Ten guy. I do think LSU looked good, and I think, that's obviously one of the Heisman favorites. I just think the SEC looks down. I think everybody thinks the SEC is down because Bama just got spanked, just absolutely spanked by Florida State, which I don't think anybody saw coming. I did have them with the points in my card, so I felt like a big dum-dum because it was nice to watch them win. Obviously, I bet against Florida State sometimes just to mess with our boy Connor. But I just think everybody got wrapped up into the Clemson. What?
Why? What are you holding back right
You're
now,
making
Mac?
that noise in your background.
Oh,
I
maybe
hear,
that's my
I hear that
laptop
too.
trying to fight off the. What does it sound like? Is it like a
Dude, I
fan?
feel like you had
Yeah,
a fan next to you that whole time.
I just assumed your AC was chugging or something.
Holy
No,
shit!
there's my
That thing's
laptop.
gonna explode.
Why didn't you say something before fucking right now?
I didn't think it was an avoidable
We're in,
thing.
we're in shambles. Because I brought on for the viewers, we talked about it before. All of our loyal fans that are back here for episode 1, you've been waiting for it for a while. My work laptop decided to block Riverside, so now my old laptop camera
There it
is.
goes. I just saw the camera
Got it.
slowly going.
I caught it. But yeah, for now. Nothing to say about other games because Penn State played a nothing team, and then I'm pretty scared that Bryce Underwood is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I
Um,
think so too.
I think who do they have? They have Oklahoma, or who we have coming up?
Oklahoma,
Yeah, or no, is it Oklahoma or
yeah. It's in
Oregon
Oklahoma, I
plays
think.
Oklahoma State?
I think there's a chance that they if there's a chance it could go either way. Like it could be another close game and Bryce Underwood is good, or they also played a nothing team in week 1 and they get the shit kicked out of them here, and I'll feel fine. Which I usually don't root against the Big Ten when we're not playing each other, obviously, but for this one, I just need Bryce Underwood not to hit.
I mean, I don't think that he's like going to win the Heisman, but I
Yeah.
would be nervous if I was. I would not to fuck with you guys. I would be a little nervous if I was you guys because he does look good, and Ohio State. I mean, I always assume Ohio State's going to be fucking disgusting, but I think they lost like, what was it, like 13 guys to the draft, and they're still
Yeah,
like,
their entire defense
That's
left.
every year though. They just
I
replay.
know, but
Um,
If you guys had to pick a top 10 team right now that you would cut your ring finger off if they made the national championship,
made the national championship or won
yeah,
it.
just make it to the national championship.
and they have to be actually like a contender. Otherwise, this is fun
Top
because
10 team. Top 10 team.
Is Clemson in the top 10 right now?
It's Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Georgia, Miami, Oregon, Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame, South Carolina.
All three of the last three.
yeah. Or well, I was gonna say Oregon, Clemson, Notre Dame.
Olivia will be mad if I lose my ring finger right now.
Wait, what happened with what are you talking about?
That's what Mag said, that you have to cut your ring finger off.
Nah, just Lewis is engaged. Everybody, clap it up.
Oh, that could have been my fun thing.
I
Damn
was
it.
actually not saying that. I was like,
Good thing there's no chance she listens to this. Not a football girly. Although she was talking about that she wants to. I was putting my picks in the other day for like my futures and stuff. She was like, "What if I bet this year?" And I was like, "Holy fuck! All right, I guess so."
Lexi does it a little bit.
Haley's.
Then it kind of turned into like a serious conversation about how much I bet. Not like in a bad way. She was just like, "Wait, so how much do you bet?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"In
now
a
that
weekend?"
have you wrapped up together?
I
Yeah.
actually went I went 1 for 6, I think, on my bets this weekend. The only
Oh,
bet I won
There
was
you go.
I took the over for the Penn State game, and as soon as that hit on like the last second touchdown, I live bet Alabama to come back against Florida State. That just
I
plus 400 staring me in the fucking
that's
face.
not a horrible that's not a horrible bet. It looks like Tyson kind of blows. It always shocks me when a huge program like that picks somebody up who wasn't that great at just another smaller, lesser successful.
Yeah.
Although like Will Howard did fine for Ohio State, but it feels like they could have went out and got just anybody. So that one's just strange to me.
Yeah, I do like that. It's like when a team has like a big prospect and they call up a guy who plays, like one of them plays left field and the other plays right field, and they call up another guy who's hitting like 240 with like a 700 OPS in AAA. Like, why do you think this guy's going to be fucking?
Yeah.
I know he's out of options, but come on.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
That one felt bad. I was pretty good. I think I came out a little bit positive, basically even. I had Ohio State spread and under together, which was my workhorse for the weekend. Kind of just carried me through the rest of them, and then I did get burned on that. I was telling Louis about Bama with the points, or saying it earlier.
I don't bet college a ton just because I love betting NFL so much, and I
Yeah,
can't
I think
go crazy 2
this
days in a
year,
row.
I mean, I bet on Tulane. I really like weeds with it. Me and Connor. That's why we need to bring him on again, like we were talking about, because him and I talk about all the nasty ones we're doing, like Maction first half totals and things like that.
And Connor's a huge Florida Gators fan, so
Yeah,
make sure to be on the lookout for another SEC guy.
Give him one of these.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I need an ally
in the
here.
streets. Just
That's another team everybody's really high on. I was listening to Pick'em, and Portnoy's talking about DJ Lagway, and I was like, I also do college fantasy. I wanted to take him because like, oh, he uses his feet, whatever. His like stats were so underwhelming last year. It's another one where I don't know why everybody's acting like he's awesome, because like they just get spanked by good teams, and I don't know. I think that's a good one to try to get value to bet against this year.
I think DJ Lagway is a perfect example of it's. I think Cade Klubnik falls under this too, where it's just a guy that everyone knows, so people talk about him a lot because like even the casual college football fan can kind
Yeah,
of keep up with that kind of discussion.
what good.
what is Florida like pumping out into the media that they have so many players that are coming out into the NFL who are just like I see with my own two eyes that they are not that good. And like
Yeah.
fucking Kyle Pitts and Anthony
It's
Richardson.
generational.
Like,
And Trask, I know he
yeah,
didn't want like anything
like,
as a
what are
level.
we doing? Like, I literally see these guys being fucking dog shit every week, and they're like, yeah, they're the next coming of fucking Christ.
Yeah, the Trask thing was weird too because like I said, they're not on the level of the guys you just said, but he's like they're like, oh, he's going to be an incredible like pick, like late round pick for somebody, and he might start in this league, and he's just is he already? He might already be out of the
I
NFL. I
think
can't.
he just got cut by the Bucks, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think I'm nervous as a Penn. I always have to do my Penn State minute. First of all, getting married on the Ohio State game weekend, which is also just the best weekend of college football this year already.
Everybody's gonna hate you, bro.
I know, and it's everybody loves Penn. Well, most of the people love Penn State that are coming. I just hate that. I do think this is actually a year that we have a shot. I'm ready to get hurt again. But I hate that we just never. We don't play any. Like we don't play anybody. We don't play anybody. We play the lesser Big Ten teams, and then bam, we have an Oregon, or like bam, we have Ohio State. They're a couple weeks away from each other, and they're like the first real test we're gonna have, which is something I really don't like. So
Oregon isn't a test.
I have a friend who's an Eagles fan that he was gonna propose to his girlfriend, and like the last time he was putting his phone in his pocket before he was gonna do it, he saw that the Cowboys traded Micah Parsons. And he's like, well, I'm not gonna not talk about this right now. So, yeah. All right. Well, you guys want to do some NFL?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm more interested in the NFL slate. I feel like week one of college football is. I feel like most of these games mean nothing, so I'm ready to chop it up with some NFL.
Yeah. So, all right. So just quick note, formatting change here. So instead of picking every game, our our kind of season long game that we're playing is we're doing a survivor. What is it? Football, baseball, or baseball, football? It's football, baseball, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
football, baseball,
So
foot
three strikes and
baseball.
you're out, pretty much. Standard survivor pool, except you could be wrong three times. Um, I do think we need to think of a punishment. I haven't thought of one
Oh,
yet.
I actually came up with the punishment for fantasy off the dome today, but I feel like it could work for this too for next year.
Hmm.
Week one of the NFL season next year, you have to stream the red zone and like you're in front of it on a green screen, and red zone is muted, and then you have to host red zone for 7 hours. You just have to talk through all the games and basically just do a stream of you hosting red zone for
Seven hours.
7 hours of commercial full football now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
now we can. You get that couple minute break. Or are they going to be full commercials that take the whole screen up, or are they going to have the quad box and have like a Taco Bell commercial and like a Quiznos? In
Yeah,
the
I
top?
actually think it's fine if it's just like you hear the Taco Bell commercial audio and you could still see
Yeah,
your favorite team blowing the game on the other side.
I'll be fucking around on my phone most of the time anyways, so like I'll just simply look down instead of looking at my screen.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's a time last year watching Red Zone where I had a couple bets going, and I'm pretty sure like three clips in a row on Red Zone. They're like, as somebody scores up it down in Dallas, and then it's like, and this just happened in Green Bay, and all of them were against like all three in a row.
That's like peak red zone is watching like every one of your bets crumble at like the like 3:30 time slot, just fucking bang, 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 one out of
Mhm.
the other.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the worst is when you go like 500 in the morning. And it's like, okay, we're either going to go like it's going to be a good day, a bad day, depending on the late games. And you're immediately like the best you can do is 2-2, but you're probably going to be 0-4. That's the worst.
so I'd have thought on the Survivor. Well, first of all, you mentioned you think there's a clear pick this week, and I've looked at a couple, and I'm like, oh, there's the clear pick. Oh, there's the clear pick. But then if one of us strikes out in like I don't know, before halfway through the season,
Yeah.
should there be something? Should we consider the punishment be like season? Like you just have to finish out the season doing something. Like there's like I don't what is that person going to do for the rest of these picks? Like or is it? I mean, I guess the idea is just to get it down to two people towards the end. But what if somebody's out early?
Well, yeah, because we don't really have something for the winner either. And I don't really see a way to tie in a positive into the person doing the stream. I'm fully ready to commit to that right now. I really like that as a punishment. So
Gives you an
yeah,
excuse to be home for 7 hours.
that's true. To the winner, I don't know. That
How
we
about
can think about because like no one's gonna. You could lose very quickly. You can't really win that quickly.
Yeah, just trying to think of like a like something that you would do to fill up that space, but I guess we just wouldn't be part of it. And we could figure something else out for that. But
how about we
the
fund
wheel
the losers all fund one bet for the winner?
Ooh,
okay.
how about? Hmm. What's the
The
best
loser.
way to do this? I have an idea, but it's way too expensive.
Well, the stupid thing I had on my mind was like, let's say that the four of us, five of us, if Connor's a regular, which might happen. If like I'm out by week 7, then like through the rest of the year, you guys give me like a topic I have to speak on for 1 minute during this portion because
Ooh,
I
I
can,
like that.
Ooh,
because
how
I
about instead of a topic, you have to report on your rival teams, like the lead up for your rival team's game that week.
scouting report.
Yep, scouting report. So like you would do, I don't know. I mean, just a winning football team, I guess, would be the rival of winning a football game. Would be the rival of the Dolphins. I don't really know
That
what
one didn't.
rival would be.
Yeah,
That was you've been kind of off your game. I feel like as far as Raz and me lately, and I think I've taken a different approach to responding to the Raz. I don't know if you're out of season because it's been a while.
I'm not warmed up, brother. Not warmed up,
Yeah.
but I will be. And I
Okay.
feel like that was good enough. That was good enough.
Mm,
I actually
Lewis
don't know
doesn't talk too
who the
often, and he's
rivals are of the Dolphins.
pretty rocky.
yeah. I saw like the X on the map, and it was just kind of, and it wasn't really
Yep.
getting much closer.
Nice route, Magellan.
But yeah, so okay, so I like both those ideas for what an eliminated person has to do. So we
Or a
could kind of
WNBA minute. We could do a WNBA minute.
Ooh.
yeah.
That would be hype.
Remember last season we were going to try to just have us watch WNBA games? And I mean, man, we couldn't even do it just to put something on.
Yeah,
Actually,
that was
if you told me to watch a WNBA game, I don't know how I would like find it on television.
yeah.
Like I don't know
Yeah.
where I would like. Is it on like Tubi? Like
That's actually kind of why we stopped recording because like that was next on the docket for like 3 weeks and we just kept pushing it back. It's like, what if we could actually last second come up with a trivia instead? And then we do that and it's like
yeah, I like WNBA minute for the first person out. Or yeah, if you get out before the mid-season point, you have to do
Are they
a minute.
are they concurrent? Like when I know the season's weird, but when is it?
Couldn't tell you, brother.
I think it's
Is your whole idea hinges on this, on them playing?
I actually think it
WNBA.
might not be going on right now because isn't it like the NBA season finishes and they're like, oh yeah, and the WNBA is in full swing, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah, history.
They have games going in September.
I could not. Let's do it closest to the pin right now. How many games do they play in the WNBA season?
45.
I'm gonna guess. I'm going lower. I'm going like 38.
Okay, that's kind of right where I was.
I'll Google it to get an answer. But
45
I'm
feel
38.
long, I consider.
I'll say 50. The real
Great.
league.
Actually, 40.
games in a WNBA season. 44.
Ooh,
Price is right.
Ooh.
Price is right, though.
Track Eric this weekend. That's the
All
truth
right.
there.
Yeah, I don't think we can do a WNBA minute. The regular season concludes September 2025 before the playoffs begin. So, well,
Well, I do like the idea of just like pick something. So like one week it could be the WNBA or
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, we can choose it
Quick
by we can
present.
choose it for the week. But that's all. If you're out by week, what do you want to say? Week 9?
Sure.
I think you have to do it whenever you get eliminated.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
you gotta fill your slot.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
like that. So that'll be weekly. I am gonna give my whole slate at the end every week just cause, but it's not gonna be like a whole thing. So we could all do that if we want. Um, so for this week, let's do futures first. Um, and then at the end we'll just run down the cards. That works.
All right. Well, if I have to swipe up to look at my notes and it says E, but I think I have a couple of them off the dome if you guys are ready for my futures. I don't know what all you did, but the ones that I like are obviously I like Defensive Rookie of the Year with Abdul Carter. I think that one's probably a pretty popular one. It's not super, I'm not zagging too much.
Hmm.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think I am zagging.
Okay.
I think Genty is the boring pick, but I think he's the obvious and like he'll be fed the most.
Yeah.
I don't like Travis Hunter either. I think I'm gonna go, and I've been fighting with it, but I think I'm gonna go Jackson Dart, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh, all right. I don't know if he's gonna play enough. Is the only thing.
Did they just name him the starter?
No, Russell
Um,
Wilson's a starter.
Oh shit! Well, I thought he was a starter, so that's kind of a problem. From earlier though, callback. This is completely off topic, but Notre Dame's in the graveyard uh, again.
I was
After
gonna
we,
say like we could talk about that one, but I think it's two teams that none of us believe in them in Miami.
yeah. All right. Well, I still like Jackson Dart. If you eventually, the only thing is it's tough not to play the whole season. I mean, I guess I just like the rookie quarterbacks. I do think Cam Ward's actually going to be better than I thought he was going to be coming into the draft. I think, what's his name? Tyler Lockett in Tennessee is an interesting one for him.
Yeah,
He's
I forgot he was there until you said that.
right.
I was
They
like, did
didn't.
he miss say someone's name? Tyler Lockett in Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah. I guess just going with the quarterbacks because all the running backs, I feel like that the rookies are outside of Genty are going to be split backfield, splitting carries, right? So we got R.J. Harvey, we got Marion Hampton, Henderson, Judkin. All those guys are going to be kind of not the workhorse, but say Jackson Dart if he plays more than 13 games.
Well, yeah, I was talking with my friend who's a Giants fan, and he was like, we might start like 0-8. So it's like you get to like 0-4 or 0-5 with Russell Wilson, like don't you just put him in?
I don't feel like I understand why they don't. They like him and they were toying around, like playing around with the idea of, oh, he might be ready to start faster than we thought. MVP, I like Joe Burrow. Might be the time he gets it done. The only thing that was kind of talking me off this take was that he did it last year, and they so clearly wanted it to go to Josh Allen that it's like he has to put up another career year
Hmm.
to do it again. I mean, obviously it's comparative to your competition, but it just feels like if he can repeat it, it's fine. I also need to rely on T. Higgins for fantasy stuff this year, so
Yeah.
I'm
I
liking.
also I didn't bet Joe Burrow, but that's who I was gonna. I had a couple of these that I hadn't decided on yet because I bet so much on futures that I only put like half of them in. So
I
I
mean,
had a couple I was still deciding on, but that's who I have in my slip for MVP right now.
what else did you do? We can do a little bounce in action here.
All right. My other ones, I do another one that I didn't bet yet, but I think I'm gonna do. I do kind of like a Marion Hampton actually, just because Najee's. I don't fully understand the scope of his eye injury. He might not
Yeah.
have an eye, or he might be perfect. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I just think like Harbaugh's gonna run the shit out of the ball, and I actually really like the Chargers this year. Um, So I like that. Also, just a flyer. I think he'd have to be really good. Obviously, has to be really good, but to like climb up the odds board. But Jaden Higgins, I really like. I think that if the Texans are good and they kind of stomp on the South, and Stroud is good, I think there's a chance that he's very good.
I like that.
Um,
I'm down on the Texans again. I don't think it was a sophomore slump. I think C.J. Stroud's going to be just,
he's going to be
again,
average. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have any mags, or should I keep going?
Yeah, I got two. I actually really like Jordan Love's numbers for MVP. He's plus 2,000. So some money. If I'm betting futures like on awards, I like to bet the longer shots just to make a little more money. I feel like and
Yeah.
um,
Pete Prisco has him too. It was interesting to hear that. I mean, I like it.
I
I was
could
thinking
see
about
it
everything in
actually
fantasy.
happening is my thing because I think now there's going to be a lot of media eyes on Green Bay after the Micah Parsons trade, and they're going to be playing in prime time. So there's going to be a lot of times where you get to see them on TV. Like I don't know, I could see a world where it happens. And then the other bet that I really like that I actually took today on I think it was FanDuel plus 375 for the Browns to go 0-5 through their first 5 games of the year.
Dude, I saw it for like record through 5 games. I'd never seen those before this year.
Yeah, and
And
neither
I
have
had already
I.
kind of
I was
committed
like,
to a bunch of other
oh
stuff, so I
shit.
didn't have any money free. But I wanted to do those.
Yeah, I did the Browns one. They play like it's like the Vikings, Bengals, Ravens. I think Chiefs might be in there too. Like they have like a insanely hard slate, and like who's their starting quarterback now? The Joe Flacco.
It's Flacco, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like go fuck
I
yourself.
think
That
they're
team's-
trying to distract us from the fact that they don't have any of those like share the love bets anymore on FanDuel. They just
Hmm.
keep throwing all these other crazy things. I remember in college, there was like 3 times a year that I could guarantee win $50 on something.
Yeah,
They don't do it anymore.
yeah.
But I have one thing from what both of you said. I like Marion Hampton. I remember I do think of it as splitting carries, but yeah, again, Najee Harris's injury is super
Just
obscure and
weird.
big. Like they do not want to tell anybody what his actual activity is going to be like.
Right.
And you'll always be able to talk me into a running back in a Jim Harbaugh offense just because he wants to pound the ball. I do think that they'll take a step up. The receiver position is going to be a little bit better. He might be able to sprinkle it around a little better. And then Mags, you talked about the Jordan Love. I could be missing somebody obvious. I know I'm a Dolphins fan, but I think just it's complete turmoil in the locker room. Are they going to have the best young receiving core in Green Bay?
I
I
mean,
like Golden. Golden was maybe my number one from the draft.
yeah.
Best receiving core or best young receiving core? Because best receiving core, I would say no by a long shot. Best young receiving core, I would say no by less of a long shot.
There's a better younger receiving core.
I mean, the Bengals.
Are they? How old's T Higgins? Is he young?
I mean, like Jamar Chase and T Higgins are both probably under 26, 27. Like,
Are they?
yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's the clear. I mean, then they're just the answer for both of that. Then both of that. Those scenarios. Then.
I mean, you forgot about Roman Wilson and DK Metcalf, but it happens. It happens.
In Austin.
Roman Wilson, by the way, I declared is the next Puka Nakua, and obviously Will Howard viewers will remember is the next Peyton Manning. So,
What was the bet with him? How many? He has to start what?
it was like 50% of his games or 60% of his games by the end of his rookie contract, I think.
Okay. That's not going to happen.
We're not off to a very bad start for that. But,
Did he get hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke his pinky or something. Who the fuck breaks the pinky?
There was rumors that he wasn't even going to be on the roster to start.
On the throwing hand?
I mean, let me Google this.
Is he even number 3 for you?
No, he's
That's why I said that's not going to happen.
Sense that he's shit, not in the.
He's going to be on the practice squad, I think.
Right.
I actually think he is on the 53-man roster, but they listed four quarterbacks, and I don't know if one of them is like, you know how they give you like the extra game day roster slot for like an emergency quarterback. I don't know if he's that or what.
What is that list?
The Steelers one,
Yeah,
it's Rodgers, Mason
Rudolph.
Rudolph, um, not Kyle Allen. Who the fuck?
You don't have Skylar Thompson. Where's Skylar
Skylar
Yes,
Thompson?
Thompson. Yeah,
Thompson.
It
Skylar
is
Thompson.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
He is horrible.
Yeah.
If he is
If you're
so
behind him,
bad. Yeah, dude.
your
Oh my
career is
God.
over.
It's Kansas State, right?
But yeah, if you have any other futures, I have two more. Um, Jahmyr Gibbs, Offensive Player of the Year, I really like.
Yeah.
I have this thing with the Lions, which we'll get to in the futures. I just think that, like, ever since the Packers traded for Micah, I feel like people think the Packers are like a better team than the Lions. I just think the Lions are getting dissed a little bit, and they're gonna be close to like as good of a regular season team as they were last year. And I actually think last year, like Gibbs might be closer to the floor. Like there's always one backfield that's like two guys that are both like crazy, like the classic like Ingram Kamara backfield. And after like 2 or 3 years, the older dude eventually gets just like fucking pitched. And David Montgomery is still a good player, but he's older. He's off some injuries. Gibbs has never really had a big injury in the pros. Well,
Gotta knock on the wood for my fantasy team.
oh, I drafted him in redraft too. That's kind of why I'm on this. But
Yeah,
yeah,
she's making her fantasy pick right now.
I just think that all of the I think that like he's gonna get more work. Like it's crazy how valuable he is with only getting like I don't know, what does he get, like 60% of the snaps? Like
Yeah, I mean, I know obviously the pros because it's their full job, but I wonder the coordinator impact. Like maybe he'll start really pouring it on a couple games in just so they can get settled into the new system and everything. But I'm sure it'll be relatively similar just because big guy DC still there. But
I have one more gross one if anybody.
What is the category? And let me guess who it is.
It is a quarterback over passing touchdowns.
Quarterback over passing touchdowns.
You're never gonna get this ever.
Michael Penix.
No, but I do like Michael Penix this year.
Michael,
It's Geno Smith. I saw.
What
I
is
think it was Chris Long was talking about it that like dome Geno Smith and outside Geno Smith are just two completely different guys.
Wow.
They played a lot of games outside last year. Now he's on the Raiders. They have 11 dome games this year, and his number is only 20 and a half touchdowns. And he led the league last year in the way that might be a fake stat. He has a lot of I believe
Lean
it's
into him like I do.
yeah, I should just say it, huh? I think it's the most touchdowns with over 20 air yards in the league, I believe.
Okay.
Don't quote me. Look it up.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 17th.
I feel like his touchdowns this year will be predominantly under 20 air yards, or his passes, because he's going to be hitting Brock Bowers a lot, and
Yeah.
Devontae Adams. He's kind of getting the Julio Jones effect. People still think he's awesome.
Well, he's not there anymore.
Or where'd he go? He's in LA.
Rams, yeah.
Okay, then never mind. Just Brock Bowers under.
Jacoby Myers, who wants to be traded. I love that. I've said this before to you guys, but I love when a guy is like requests a trade and the owner's like, not in your like wildest dream are you getting traded? You're fucking sit your ass back down on the bench, buddy.
it's amazing how valueless NFL players are on like the trade market. Like it's insane.
It's so much better than the NBA, though.
Oh, I agree. NBA, there's a middle ground to be had. Baseball's
And it's
probably
baseball.
the closest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball's probably like NBA, like fucking trading like 8 first rounders for fucking Kevin Durant, who is on the Epstein flight log, or like, you know, in the NFL where you trade like a fucking 20th round draft pick for like Patrick Willis.
Yeah, I think if you're in the NBA, if you're in the G League, I think that you're like worth a first on
Yeah.
the trade
Like,
market. It's like
Yeah, the NBA is ridiculous. But I think, are we moving into the Survivor?
yeah.
Can
I
I
had
go?
my
Oh, yeah.
well, are you guys gonna list your slate this week too or no?
I'm not, because I have not
Okay. Or
finalized.
well, I had team futures too. This is a whole separate sheet of paper though.
Team futures?
Yeah, I'll just run them down real quick. You can interject if you want. There's a bunch of these, so just stay with me for a second. Falcons over 7.5 wins. I do believe in Michael Penix, like I said. Bills over 12.5 wins. That's a lot, but it's the fucking
Lock.
Bills.
Lock.
Cardinals under 8.5 wins. I don't know why it's 8.5, but it is. Bengals over 10.5 wins. I was looking at their schedule. They might win 13 games. Broncos under 9.5 wins. I am a little bit of a Broncos hater this year. Lions over 10.5 wins. Packers over 10.5 wins. Chargers over 9.5 wins. That might be my like gold star. Definitely happening. They have the easiest fucking schedule. It's like
Yeah.
the Chiefs twice, the Broncos twice. I think they get the Eagles and the Commanders, and it's like, okay, if they go 2-4 in there, like every other game is just they should be favored by like 5 points. And Seahawks under 8.5 wins. I think Sam Darnold isn't that good. I have Falcons to make the playoffs. All those are relatively, they're all within minus 150 and plus 150. And I have plus 140 Falcons to make the playoffs, plus 118 Steelers to make the playoffs. Had to do it. Then I have plus 190 Falcons to win the NFC South, plus 175 Lions to win the NFC North. That one is like, they were plus 130, and the Packers were plus like 200, and then they traded for Micah, and now they're both like plus 180. And it's just, I feel like the Lions, like last year, the whole discussion was like them and the Eagles have like these two insane rosters, and I actually feel like people lean towards the Lions. And then obviously, like one and done in the playoffs versus winning the Super Bowl, it seems a lot more decisive now, but it's still like a really fucking good roster.
Lions were injured. People forget Lions were injured.
That's right. I know this is like a come on, really kind of pick, but plus 375 Chargers to win the AFC West. The Chiefs are going to lose it at some point. I'm telling you, look at the Chargers' schedule. It is so fucking easy. The Chiefs play a first place schedule in the AFC. Believe me.
I'm not as down on the Chiefs as other people this year.
I'm not down on them. I just like, I think they could go, they'll be like 11-5 or 11-6 or 12-5.
I'm looking at the Steelers' schedule this year.
Oh my god!
Yeah. All right.
They're gonna win 6 games. This might be the first time he's under 500.
Hey, it's plus money.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking that a Mike Tomlin team is going to win 6 games,
well. Wait till you hear my bet of the week this week.
I cannot wait for like week fucking 5 for you guys to just absolutely turn heel on Mike Tomlin again.
I hate Mike Tomlin. I
like
cannot turn any more heel on Mike Tomlin. I hope
Connor will be
he's
here.
Coach for Alabama in fucking.
Connor doesn't like him either.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Connor. It'll be perfect. So it'll just be all right. So realistically, right? I'm going to give you the Dolphins win. I don't think that that's an absolute. Like we have to see what happens in the first couple of weeks of the Dolphins. You can probably beat the Jets, but I don't think you beat
They're beating the Jets.
Are you kidding me? They're terrible.
Awful.
All right. So look here. Let's be completely real. All right, so Lewis, you put a finger up for the wins. Mags, you put a finger up for the losses.
Okay.
Steelers Jets. I'll give you Steelers win.
Okay.
Wait, I'm the
Seahawks,
wins?
yeah, your wins. Seahawks
Okay.
Steelers. I think that's the Seahawks win. I think that's a loss.
I'm taking the no.
This isn't your list. This is mine.
Oh, I thought we were
I'm
doing
just-
like a consensus thing.
Well,
I
it's
thought,
2v1.
we're just here to be your
Steelers
lackeys
fan.
for like our
All right.
own teams.
Patriots. I don't think you beat the Patriots in New England.
How many games has Drake May won in his career, Eric? Can you?
I don't know, but it'll probably
One
be more.
is
Will
the-
Howard plays it.
One is
Okay,
the
I'll give you that they split weeks 2 and 3.
All right, so we're 2-1.
2 and 1.
You lose to the Vikings. You beat the Browns. You lose to the Bengals. You lose to the Packers. You beat the Colts. You lose to the Chargers. You lose to the Bengals. You beat the Bears. You lose to the Bills. You lose to the Ravens.
you got to slow
You're
down.
doing this too fast.
Yeah, we're-
Where are we at?
I don't
I don't
know.
even know anymore.
Well,
Steelers,
you guys are both
Eric, the Steelers are
responsible
going.
for one finger going up.
I'm trying. I'm
or
thinking.
9.
I'm refuting your points in my head as
The
I'm
Steelers
counting.
are
I
going
lost
to go
count.
8-9 or 9-8. You can write it on my fucking gravestone.
No,
It's-
I agree with it. It is a
Big
very
difference
hard
for a coach
schedule.
that never goes under 500. So you're saying it all nonchalant, Mags. It's got to be.
Okay, so the Steelers are going to go 9-8, and they're going to have the 22nd pick in the NFL draft and get the 4th best quarterback. It's
Okay,
written
I think you
here,
beat
go through it. Go through it. I'll say what I seriously think.
All right, Steelers Jets, fine. Steelers win.
That's a win.
Seahawks Steelers in Pittsburgh.
I'll say this is a win. Yeah, give me the location too. That's a win.
Okay, we'll give it. Hold on.
Lewis. I'll go.
Wait, no. I want to do this. I want to lead it.
Okay.
All right, so we're
Is
at.
it at Patriots
Yes,
You said
I do
Seahawks
it.
Steelers. You said that's a Steelers win in
for
Pittsburgh.
Seahawks? Yes.
Okay. Steelers Patriots in New England.
I'll say that's a loss. I am high on the Patriots.
I'm
All right, now we're 2-1.
never been lower.
You lose to the Vikings at home.
No.
It's not at home. That game is in Ireland.
Oh, okay. So
I don't think JJ McCarthy's. I think it's a well-coached team. I do not think that JJ McCarthy is that very good. I would say that's a win.
okay, you beat the Browns at home.
This
Yes.
is coming off a bye. Week
4-1.
All right. You lose to the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Thursday
I agree
night.
with that.
Anything can happen throughout the record.
No, I agree with that. That's a loss.
Color rush.
Back another bye. You lose to the Packers in Pittsburgh.
There are
Yes,
2 buys
I
in the
agree.
NFL.
Or yeah, 10 days
It's the
later.
mini buy. Yeah, we
Yeah.
lose to the Packers.
Sunday night. Heinz Field will be rocking.
You beat the Colts in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
You lose to the Chargers in LA.
Yes.
Home game. That's a home game in LA.
You lose
It
to the
kind of is, yeah.
You lose to the Bengals in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I think we.
You beat the Bears in Chicago.
I kind of like the Bears, but I think I'm with you there.
I'm just trying to give you, and so then next game you lose to the Bills in Pittsburgh.
Yes. By
You
30.
lose to the Ravens in Baltimore.
Yes.
You beat the Dolphins in Pittsburgh.
You curb
Yes.
stomp the Dolphins.
Because
Yeah.
it's December 15th
That's the term we were looking at.
in
use.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You didn't beat them the last meeting, but it's a different team.
We whoop.
You lose to the Lions in Detroit.
Yep.
You beat the Browns in Cleveland, and then
Yep.
you lose to the Ravens at Pittsburgh again.
I mean,
No, we split with the Ravens every
yeah,
year.
I think it's ridiculous for
And
you.
they will be resting starters because they'll already
Well,
won
then,
the
all right,
division.
if you win that game, what was the record?
9-8.
I mean, I disagree with some of them, but
I don't think you can. The Steelers, I think they're going to split with both the Bengals and the Ravens simply because it's Mike Tomlin coaching against the Bengals and the Ravens. I get they're both a lot better than the Steelers, but it's just
Yeah, we never get swept by both of them. I don't know if that's ever
yeah,
happened in the last 15 years.
okay. I mean, still, I think there's a chance you win 6 games.
I gotta run in
Let's do the
5 minutes.
Dolphins.
I want to give my I want
Oh
to
yeah,
my pick.
Mr. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I don't have my pick yet, so you gotta give me
All
a
right, I'll kick it off if you want.
Okay.
I'll take the Steelers over the Jets.
Fuck, I was gonna take them too. Fuck.
Is that yours too, Mags?
No. I'm gonna this is not a bit. I'm gonna take the Dolphins over the Colts.
I actually wanted to take that. I just did the Steelers one for the bit.
I'm I'm
But
not for the bit taking Dolphins over the Colts.
it might be the only time to take them.
Okay, I have mine is Broncos over the Titans in Denver.
It's an early burn for the Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't
I,
think they're very good though. I just took their win as under.
yeah, but the Titans could be sneaky okay.
I think the Titans suck.
I heard a stat that like first overall quarterbacks are like 4-25 or something in their first game, like something insane.
I
And
I have a
Denver
funny thing.
very early in the season. I think it's like harder in the altitude when it's hotter. I
Yeah,
think
because
so.
heat and the air density. But you guys are all about those stats, and it makes sense because it's history. But those kind of stats, I never ever put any value into, which I guess is an issue.
I mean,
Yeah.
just rookie quarterbacks in their first ever NFL game, like I'm gonna bet against them 90.
No, it's a good bet. I'm saying it's a problem with me that I just overlook them every time.
And then Corey did text me. Corey's is the Jags. I forget who they're playing.
Panthers in Jacksonville.
Panthers. So the money line parlay week 1.
Are we doing money
Jags.
line or with the spread in this?
This is money line
Okay.
because it's Survivor.
Okay.
So Jags, Broncos, Steelers, and who? Who'd you have, Max?
Fins.
Finns. There you go. Okay. All right. I have two gross futures. I have 2 division exactas, which I absolutely love. One is AFC East. Cover your ears, Eric. Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets. And then I have NFC North. This one's plus 1,000. I love this one. Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. I'm not joking about being down on the Vikings. I think JJ McCarthy stinks. I think they're well coached. I think they'll get to like 7-10 or 8-9. But I think the Bears are on the come up.
I think they're a prove-it team for me. I think I could like them. I just need to watch a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna run.
Do you want my card quick? You can leave if you want, Max.
Text.
I want to give my card, so I'm going to do it.
All right.
Eagles -8 at home against Cowboys. Chargers +3 at home against the Chiefs. Cardinals -6.5 at the Saints. I think the Saints. The Saints are actually the worst.
The Saints are probably the worst team in the league.
Yeah. It's weird that we're the only 2 in here now for this one. I have Colts money line at home against the Dolphins. I don't think they're a better team necessarily. I have a couple that I earmarked as like the week 1 surprise. I think that could be one. Pats -2.5 at home against the Raiders. Steelers -2.5 at the Jets. Commanders -6 at home against the Giants. Falcons money line against the Bucks. That's another week 1 surprise one, but I do think the Falcons are solid. Bengals -5.5 at the Browns. Panthers +3.5 at the Jags. Broncos Titans under 42.5. Niners -2.5 at the Seahawks. Rams -2.5 at home against the Texans. After I was just talking up the Lions, I have Packers -2.5 at home against the Lions. Bills money line against the Ravens. Bears money line against the Vikings.
I'll have to go look at it again and put mine in, but I have a take with the Dolphins. I am down on them. I don't think they're going to be good. I'm keeping expectations low, obviously, but I don't think I'm crazy for thinking that Tyreek Hill, like it seems like, relationships are soured, but Tua is really like deep, like he seems like a good locker room guy. Jalen Waddle's poised to be like the guy there. If Tyreek Hill's trying to leave, he's getting old and he has off the field issues. I feel like he probably still feels like he needs to perform this season. Like get that, get those 1 year,
Hmm.
2 where he just retires. I don't think it's crazy to say that we'll be like 500, like 9-8 or something. Because I just think high powered offense, we don't really perform like our, whatever. I just I don't think we're gonna win fucking 4 or 5 games like everybody says. But
I think
I
that
don't.
there's a tier. I think there's a tier of like you guys, the Colts, the Jags, the Steelers, the Patriots, of like those first teams out of the wild card. And I think if you're a fan of any of those teams, you could convince yourself that you're like the eighth best team in the AFC, and then you just need like a little bit of schedule luck to like knock off the Broncos or something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at. I know that you picked the Colts money line, but like that's kind of a coin toss game, potentially.
That was
And then
just a value one. If the
yeah,
Dolphins were, if the Dolphins were +3, I'd have the Dolphins money line.
I mean, if you can take 3 points or like a good lot or number for a money line with a home team in the season opener, like I feel like that's reasonable.
Yeah.
But we do play the Colts. Could we go either way? We typically do split. The Patriots are kind of our Ravens.
Hmm.
Um, the Jets also could be a split. We play the Panthers, the Browns, and the Saints this season.
That
So
is some of the worst teams that
yeah,
exist.
I think that those are like I'm trying to look at the cold weather is like a real problem for them. It's very very real,
Yeah.
and like that's why the Steelers, of course, being in December is going to be a rough one. The Jets also in December and the Patriots in January. So it's like I think those are 3 games we could potentially win, but being that cold, probably not.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
good round.
That's it. Yeah. Good chat. See you guys next week. Happy tailing.